feeding the baby bettas. This is the container that we use to hold the baby brine shrimp for feeding the baby betta fish below. They are attracted to light, but there are many black eggshells, as you can see, floating around, so we don't want to feed those. We just want to suck out the little baby brine shrimp. And they are very tiny, but if you look carefully, you can see them. See if I can get a better view. You can see them congregating around the light. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this eyedropper. This eyedropper is perfect for sticking it below the water surface, just where they gather, and then sucking in a load of baby brine shrimp. As you can see, they're now moving around. We don't want any of the black eggshells that are floating around. You can see right here. All right, those are black eggshells, but we're just gonna we stick it right below the surface of the water to where the baby brine shrimp are congregating, because they're attracted to this light right here. And then easily just lift up the lid just ever so slightly, and then squirt it in. The light can be turned on and off. It's a little hard to get to. Right here, this turns on the pink lights, and those are grow lights. That's why they're pink. If you run out of this stuff, the baby brine shrimp, there's another batch hatching right now. It takes 24 hours to hatch a batch of brine shrimp, so this has been going for 12 hours. It should be ready by 7 p.m. tonight, and the color will change orangish as the baby brine shrimp hatch. You can take the lid off, just taking the lid off right here, and then I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm gonna pour it into this thing, and then we bring it down here, and then this replaces the old one. The old one, this one, you can take and rinse it off and put it back on top, and then it's ready to go. Now the next step is to refill this hatcher with new salt water and brine shrimp egg. The salt water is right here. The brine shrimp eggs are right here. It's written on the bag. It says 1/4 teaspoon. We have a ready. There's your measuring spoons. Just take a scoop, 1/4 of a teaspoon scoop of this egg solution, and then scoop it into the salt water, and then put the cap back on with the air hose all the way down. As you see, the air hose is all the way down, and that should be ready for by another 24 hours. These hatch brine shrimp down here, these last for about 24 hours. They die off a little faster when the weather is a little cold. So like last night we had a bunch, and then a lot of them died already, but there's still enough left to continue feeding. If the brine shrimp completely die off and all else fails, then we go to a backup food source, which is this. These are banana worms, and you can take a cotton swab and swab this white part right here. You can swab that. They're too small to see, but on the tip of this, there's actually there's like hundreds of thousands of little tiny they're either called microworms or banana worms. We're just going to do that, and that will release the worms into the water. They're almost microscopic, so you won't be able to see them. And then you want to close this down. I've got a couple more banana worm hatchings going on just in case, but those won't be ready for another 4 days. And that's it for feeding the baby fish.